and inventory dropped 30%.
So that law got passed and it states that, oh yeah, that if I want.
If I list your apartment,
Yeah.
you need to pay me my commission. Even though, and here's the thing, I understand if you call me and say, Janine, rent my apartment for me, I'm representing the landlord.
Right.
But who am I really working for? I'll get 300, 400 calls from tenants.
Right.
And then they want to see the apartment 3 or 4 times. And then I help them with their application. And then I help them, so am I really working for the landlord?
Right.
We thought it was better if we split the commission, but they didn't want to talk to real estate professionals about real estate legislation.
Plus,
They,
instead of having upfront broker fee, they just work it into the rents, they raise the rents for the time of the rental.
That's exactly what's happening. But even worse, so many rentals are just staying off the market now, and that hurts housing affordability.
Which is what they say, they have a crisis of, and they're creating a crisis.
Well, that's what they do with everything.
Yeah.
We had a congestion crisis also, right? Too many cars on the road, so let's get everybody on bikes, and congestion, in my opinion, is the worst it's ever been. Particularly for Brooklyn, because the Brooklyn Bridge, not everybody in Brooklyn goes into the city with their car. Some people go from Brooklyn to Queens, from Brooklyn to the Bronx, from Brooklyn to Orange County, Rockland County, what? And the Brooklyn Bridge is the only way to get to those places for free now.
Yeah.
It is a mess. Flatbush, Atlantic, Brooklyn Bridge. So for the borough president to be advocating for congestion pricing in Brooklyn is insane. You do not care about hardworking Brooklynites. You just simply don't.
And then there's one other gigantic quagmire, and it was set up purposely this way, and I called this decades ago. Easy Pass. You got Easy Pass. You got tolls by mail. You got New York Easy Pass, you got New Jersey Easy Pass.
Different tolls for different states on different bridges.
Possibly put together purposefully so that you don't even know. You could be paying your Easy Pass bill and everything's
Thank you for
fine.
the reminder. I really need to check it every month. I really do, because it's in my opinion.
Because what happens is now I'm getting these notices. I'm not getting notified by mail that, hey, you ran out of funds,
Right.
so we took the $15 you owed, and now we're charging you
Penalties.
$100 on that $15
Yeah.
toll. But it's not going on your Easy Pass where you could pick it up the next payment. It's going to tolls by mail that you have no communication
Yeah.
with until they suspend your license.
Right. Or
That's-
put a boot on your tire.
That's when we,
Yeah.
that's when we come into the picture,
Yeah.
when you are completely, have no defense whatsoever. You can't catch that. I've
And
dealt with this.
that's completely out of the borough president's role,
Is it really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
Well,
mean,
you
we
could
have,
advocate,
the borough
I
president.
was just curious, because that to me is, with congestion pricing and the Easy Pass.
That's our government.
It is the most
That is our
stranglehold
democratic government, right?
It's disgusting.
It is disgusting, but they are for the people, right?
Yeah, the county.
Yeah.
Horrendous.
Yeah, the borough president has nothing to do with that. And just for those of you who may not know, the borough president has, I don't think, any legislative power.
Right.
It's very much a ceremonial position. We appoint community board members. We have 2 budgets. We have a very big voice in land use and zoning, so real estate, which is great. And then we have, a great visibility and a great opportunity to kind of shape the borough with our voice, with our presence. If you're visible like that, if you're vocal like that, which I would be.
And what about the agencies like the DOB, DET, DOT, DEP? Are you anything with those?
Well, again, I could advocate for somebody holding them accountable, and I'll tell you, I deal with them every day as a realtor.
I'm a builder.
HPD, DOB, yeah, it's
So-
Division of Licensing. So I have a lot of experience with those city agencies. They're run horrifically. In fact, I had to go to the DOB for a client. I had an elderly client that really tried to fix his own issue, but at the end of the day, I said, you know what, I'll go for you. They handed me a form with Ed Koch as the mayor. These are city agencies. Who is holding them accountable? So somebody needs to speak up. Nobody's speaking up. I would certainly add my voice and my face to that.
I think you would carry a good bit of gravity with that, knowing how horrendous these agencies
Horrendous.
are.
Ed Koch, I mean, that was like even before I was born, I think. no shame either. I was like, here, fill this out. Oh, yeah, okay. We have a lot of problems. Anyone else?
Any other questions?
Just one last comment, there's a paperback, yes, sign it, we can get an email. And Talia's here, maybe she'll be giving you a call if you do want to volunteer.
Talia is my field director. Actually, the very first person, yeah. Talia was at my ribbon cutting. Curtis Lewa announced me in April when I officially launched my campaign. And I said, oh, hi, how are you? Who are you? And she goes, well, I work for your campaign. I was like, really? She goes, I do now. And so she's my field director. She's in charge of where I am and who's with me when I go to places. So yeah, if you want to volunteer, this is your lady right here.
And more importantly, who do I see about donating?
That guy right there, that's the money guy,
That's
Liam
that
McCabe.
handsome fellow.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's in charge of the
that Irish friggin' hoodlum? Are you kidding me?
I promise you can trust him. Actually, he is not just my campaign manager. How long have I known you? 20 years?
20 years.
About 20 years. Liam is a client, and before he became a client, we were introduced, I think, by the Conservative Party chair, and I used to sponsor his charity events. He did charity events for homeless veterans. What else did you do? Animals?
Well, before
Did you
that,
do
he got
animals?
very involved with, if you remember Congressman Michael Grimm.
Right.
He had some legislation in Washington, very pro-animal, and Janine did, there was a lot of rescue stuff going on in Brooklyn, you talk about that, but
Yeah.
it was a different time, and it was a great time, and we got involved in a lot of that work with Grimm and some of the pro-animal rescue stuff going on in Brooklyn, that's also.
Yeah, so that's how we really connected, was on his campaign, and I had no idea who Michael Grimm was, but Fran Villamarone, who's the conservative, is she the Conservative Party chair
Yes, she is,
for Brooklyn?
yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was for the whole state. No, that's Jerry Gassar, right?
She was his chiefest, she was Grimm's chief of staff at the time.
Okay, so Fran Villamarone said, oh, you love animals, you rescue animals, I need you to come here and make phone calls for the animals. And I ended up in Michael Grimm's campaign office, and I was like, if it's for the animals, sure. That was my very first political, and my last political, oh no, that's not true, I worked on your campaign. So yeah, I'm not a politician, and but I guess I have been a little bit political.
Well, you gotta
Anything for the animals.
You gotta be in life, be a little bit political,
Yeah.
because politics is life, because they're the ones that dictate your daily life
Right.
with laws. and
I'm
stuff
learning
like
that now, Glenn.
Yeah.
I'm realizing that you cannot be, you must be political unless you want the government to just dictate how you live.
Right.
You must be political to an extent. You don't have to run. I probably say don't run. It's a lot. It really is a lot. But it's important. So if you don't want to run, you have to support really good candidates that do choose to run. And we simply, in the Republican Party and Conservative Party, we simply do not have enough. There are so many empty seats. It is the worst feeling to see horrible city council, horrible public advocate, just horrible local elected officials going right into their position because nobody is running against them.
Yep.
It's a really bad feeling, and so if you know good, so many, I mean, you're looking like, really? No. So many, horrible.
I ran 3 times,
You did?
and I'm also the Republican district leader in my area.
Okay.
So yeah, exactly. I mean, I might run next year too for a 4th time. So 2 centuries, because I ran in '98, 2 centuries and 4 decades. I really feel old. But look, at the end of the day, we gotta fight, guys. We can't be silent. We the people are the boss. Remember that. Okay, so we the citizens should run, not the career politicians. You gotta get out there. It's tough. Sometimes it's a thankless position. You know you're gonna get slaughtered or whatever, but you gotta get out there. Look at it as a platform to get your voice out there, to start changing other minds. When people start to get, that makes sense. Because, this is not right, and why is it not right, and who's been in charge all these years? It's the Democrat Party that's been in charge. Yeah, you're right, they are communists. They're not the Kennedy Democrats. They are communists. They are communist-like. They are communist hello. They're communist, socialist, whatever you want to call them. They are not conservative Democrats. They're not the good blue-collar, go to union, working and all that type for good jobs. They're not that no more. They're just advocates for Stalinism. Wake up, people. We got to make sure we have good candidates like Janine elected, because we need advocates, and for us, the people, not these psychotics that are running the show right now.
Can I just have one plug? and to Janine, you know, and obviously I'm biased, but I've known him for a long time, and you know, Andy, Glenn, myself, a lot of people have run for office, who've given it a shot. Everyone in this room really cares, especially in the Tea Party, about the issues. We do this because we love it. I'm telling you, I rarely say this, but you have a phenomenal person. I've known her personally for a long time, and like even professionally, you know, the way she, as a client, you know, just responsive, always did the right thing. I was never dissatisfied in her work, so like I could see what she was like professionally. I knew what her heart was.
I'm harder now, right, as a politician?
No,
But that's how I
no,
fought for you to
you're
get
tough. You're
your
tough.
deals
It's
done.
good. You're very tough. And you are good, and that's why I knew you'd be good. I'm telling you, this is the type of person we want in the Borough President's office, or in any, to be honest with you, any office. So I'm gonna fight like mad. I hope you get it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I got
one more question.
I have to agree with this one, Glenn,
Yeah.
because, like the way you ran for office, and I ran 3 times as well back home. Ran for the state assembly twice, and I also ran for Congress once.
Wow.
And it's not easy because you have to fight for the control of the party's endorsement to get what you need and to have that momentum.
Signatures. I just tell everyone now I'm just running for my life.
At
At the end of the day, we all are, because the city could get much worse, ladies and gentlemen.
Chicago.
Please go out and vote. The voter turnout for the last mayor election was what, 13%? Was it 13 something percent?
And I'm gonna add to that,
Yeah.
early voting this year.
Do
This
it.
mayoral race is so wild. I do anticipate issues, especially in red districts,
Yeah.
at the polls.
Yep.
I think early voting is key. I think it's October 25th until September 2nd.
November 2nd.
I'm sorry, what did I say?
You said September 2nd.
Oh, yeah.
October 25th to November 2nd.
Sometimes my mind goes
Election
to,
day on November 4th.
Right.
yeah.
Don't waste.
It's early voting is going to be very important.
You're saying issues with cheating? What do you say?
You know, the lights,
Machine
we have
control.
no electric,
Yeah,
this
is
whole site
broken,
is closed.
That's jammed, that's what you know.
Right. And if you happen to be out of town, get an absentee ballot.
Or, you know, you could get sick, or the kids, or whatever. Don't plan for November 4th, get out for early voting, this way if anything comes up, you've already taken care
That's
of
what I
your
always
duty.
do now, early voting.
Then
I
if
go
you give us all
when
this,
I
we
go to
should
one
use it
event
now.
and I go to another, I still go to the polling station and do early voting, just to get it over with and there's no lines.
I've never done early voting, I'm doing it this year.
I just
And I'm
go
so
to-
excited to see my name. Oh, and by the way, wait, if, we already went over this, right? About if I'm on 2 lines, I'm a conservative and Republican, don't fill out both bubbles.
Right.
Fill out one. A lot of people don't know this. Fill out one.
It's not that big.
Oh, that's it? Any more questions?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, and thank you, Janine. Let me try to.
I'll stay here.
And we'll do some pictures, all right?
Oh, pictures, okay.
Excuse me, this is still recording. Let's try to shut this off.
Reach out to me. I don't know.